Hello everyone, today is Friday, April 5th. It's 4:09 p.m. It's about 9 minutes after the regular session close, and you can see my computer clock on my right, and on my left is the time and sales. The Emini S&P currently trading at 28.97 and a quarter. The reason we show these things like they are is that you can confirm for yourself the actual price trading at this time. Our videos are run on live data every single day. It was a modest day for the Autotrader. First up is the DAX on a 377 Heikin-Ashi chart, and this is using our open range filter, weekly open range filter. And this did 1200 for the day. Our goal on this is 1550, so just shy of its goal, but it had a single long trade and traded through all this noise and exited pretty much at the high of the session for the DAX up here. So really nice trade. Now, if I to show the weekly indicator, I have to resize the chart here, and you can see it was a really strong week for the DAX, and this filter worked really well. It only went long the whole week, and so consequently this chart was positive almost every day this week. If you look back on our videos, you'll see this chart nearly every single day. Okay, next up is the DAX on a Super Echo 8 tick, and this has been a very reliable chart for us. This is using our line break logic, so basically 3-line break logic is applied to the chart. And you can see the line breaks here, these little dotted lines, and that's why we had a long trade right here. And it ignored the short as we have it filtered out. Our exits, we don't have the precision trend to exit, so we did not exit because we got red bars. Anyway, this did 730 for the day. The goal on this is 1020, so shy of its goal, but still very respectable performance, and this has been a very consistent chart for us. Crude oil on just a regular Super Echo 7 tick did 700 for the day. The goal on this one is 1200, so just shy of its goal. It had 2 small losers, and then 2 winners here brought it back from, it looked like it drew down about $250 or $125 per contract. Okay, the Emini S&P on a Super Echo 4 tick with a Super Echo 4 tick higher time frame, different sensitivity. The higher time frame sensitivity is 2, and the lower time frame, or the Super Echo 4 has a base chart, has a sensitivity of 0.618. Anyway, this has a goal of 850 and did 625 for the day, so close to its goal. It was really kind of a relatively narrow range day today. The market really didn't move that much. Whenever I say the market, I'm usually speaking about the Emini S&P. So the range for the Emini S&P today looks like a low of about 2884.75, and the high was ultimately about 97.75 at the end of trading. So about a 13-point range, which is pretty narrow. And if you look at the U.S. market this week, it was kind of reflected the DAX, pretty much up for the week and approaching the 2900 level, which it hasn't done in quite a while. Okay, another chart of the crude oil on the Super Echo 6 tick. This did 450 for the day. We had an equity high of about 600, and then we had a losing trade at the end here, and that brought us back to 450. Okay, the NASDAQ on a Super Echo 8 tick did 350 for the day, and this is using our weekly open range filter. So once again, we only went long here. We are not using the precision trend exit, so all of these potential trades here were avoided. All this noise was avoided, and this basically traded right through it with the weekly bias to the upside, and that worked out pretty good. Even though the gain was only 350, a modest gain, still a gain of 350 for the day is a good day. Okay, the Emini S&P on a Super Eco 6 tick had a modest gain of 175. Our equity high was about 350, and we had a loser at the end here. Looks like we got stopped out probably on our... Well, what happened here is my exit time is 14:30, which is 2:30, and we exited here. This would have been a winning trade. So this obviously needs to be changed to reflect the Eastern Standard Time close. So I didn't realize that this chart was exiting at 2:30 instead of 4 p.m. Okay, the bonds on a 150 tick line break chart using our daily open range filter had a single short trade and did 250 for the day, and unfortunately missed this long. I think next week I'm going to try running this chart without the daily filter and see how it does. This 150 tick on the bonds, the gains haven't been large, but it's been pretty consistent. So as I've mentioned before, for a combine, many of our charts with the open range filter will keep you out of a lot of bad trades and keep your drawdowns to a minimum. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.